SHD vertigo doesn't know how to read. I don't guess he knows how to read then. Alpha 351D came out yesterday, 24 hours ago, roughly 24 hours yesterday. Came out yesterday, roughly 24 hours ago. Yesterday. So yeah, I don't know why he would still have C on there. That was replaced yesterday, almost well, right at 24 hours ago. I mean, I didn't note the time, like write it down, but it was somewhere around 11 at the time, 10 or 11 o'clock. It was somewhere around 10, 11 o'clock. Maybe as late as 1 or 2. That's when they always update. In other words, I'm booting up right when we may go to E. I'm booting or up. We may go to wave 3, 4, whatever they go to wave 3. They used to have 5 waves. If they run through 5 waves with this one, they run through 5 waves with this one. It won't be released for another week. My understanding is it's supposed to hit live either today or tomorrow. It's supposed to hit live either today or tomorrow. My understanding is it's supposed to hit live. Excuse me. Well, they probably were assuming that Evocati had A, and then B was, you know, as when they started playing. But that's not the key. Okay, so Evocati went through A and B, and then they started in C. You see, they just did. I don't know. I'm not sure. That's a good guess. Why it's like that. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Talking to myself here. All right, there we go. Yeah, morning. Oh, that's. I always forget something. It's just natural. Patch news. Q&A just greenlit. Star Citizen 35186. That's this patch D for live deployment. At 11:02. Yep, that sounds right. So indubitably, this is gonna be a short stream. They're gonna probably push this out to live. Very cool. I'm not. Yes, very cool. Alright, well, I don't know what I need to do here. Go out kill stuff, huh? Let's see. One of those didn't have the guns, so not all the ships seem to be saving correctly. For some reason, some ships, like this one, still doesn't save. Yeah, see, I took, I replaced all of these with scorpions, and I don't have, and I neither do I have the extra scorpions. It should show 2 available here. So I lost the scorpions I bought, and it reclaimed with the original default weapons. But this one saved with the add-ons. I'd say here's the tarantulas that I took off of them. There's 6 of them, 4 of them, 2 for the first time when I stole 2 of them off to put on something else just as a test, and then 4 of them when I replaced them. I don't understand. Some ships seem to work with the claim, and some don't. I also saw a nerd saying the same thing, that it only worked, that it did only work for a certain time or whatever. And I'm like, no, that's your bug. He finally realized he tried a different ship, and it worked. And I'm like, yeah, it seems to be ship specific. So I can take let's see. I don't know if I can buy, can I buy scorpions here? I don't think so. They did change everything. Let's see, is it Dumpster Depot that has them? That's components. Do they even have ship weapons here? Should, yes. If I remember right, they do. But I'm scared they're not gonna have the ones I want, but we'll see. Like to play with that Mustang or Cutlass. Yeah, they don't have the. I have these others. I've tried them. I can't stand them. So yeah, that sucks. So now the one ship that I bought in game there doesn't seem to be saving it. Or not the one ship, but one of them.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Matter of fact, oh, since they put that out, I can remove that. Oh, two, I think it was, told me. I'm going something wrong somewhere, huh? Oh, 07, no wonder I was going wrong. I expect since the Discord SC leaks says it's greenlit, which I believe. They've been a fairly reasonable source, reliable. So yeah, I don't expect I'll be playing more than about 15-20 minutes before I have to start over. I know that guy. Well, I don't know him, but I know a buddy of mine and him were kind of having little battles yesterday. Do that just to make sure it's not overheated to start with. For some reason, the darn ships can spawn with too much heat, which will make you drop out of quantum early. If you power them off, power them back on, it always sets them to the base level. You'd think storing them or spawning them would do the same thing, but wouldn't mind trying to kill that thing, but not with these crap guns. So yeah, we'll go on. Finish going here so we can get some guns. It's the only place I know that has them for sure. Good morning, Shipwreck. Good morning. This is one of these oddball mornings. I was running a little late, and they actually have a on the Discord leaks site. They just greenlit it for live, according to the Discord leaks. So I'm probably gonna play 20 minutes more or whatever, and then have to patch and swap up and go live. At least I'll get my loaners back. Well, with luck, when you get home from work today, you'll be playing on live 351. So you'll have your 300 series if you have any. You'll be able to customize and use those. I'm not sure how they're going to do the customization, because I mean, what I see in this PTU is basically for purchase. But what if you've already purchased it? I mean, I don't want to have to melt it and repurchase it because I don't want to lose my LTI. You know, it's an upgraded from an LTI ship, so I can't do that. I may not get any of the custom stuff till it's in game. I don't know how they're going to do that. Not really too critical. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but then my 325 is really just a stepping stone to get to these, to one of these. So I'm not too concerned about customizing the 325 yet. But I'm hoping they'll allow you to customize it retroactively, after the initial purchase. Somehow, I don't know how they could do that, but it seems like they could. I not that I can tell. I mean, I went in there and I didn't click purchase. I own a 325, right? So I clicked customize instead of purchase, right? Customized the 325, and it basically they just gave you money so you could purchase them, new and different and separate than the ones that are already on your other account. So I don't know. I couldn't do it. I ended up with an extra one. In other words, I ended up with one 325. That was the first time. The second one, after I cleaned my, reset the account, I didn't even bother. And so I ended up with a 325 that was custom and a 325 that was stock. And I don't know if that's, in other words, I didn't figure out how to customize the one that was already in my hangar, but maybe there is a way, and I just didn't figure it out. I mean, they gave you money on the PTU to upgrade, to buy them ships. So if you could already custom, I guess that's so in case people didn't have one, right? They could still test it, but I don't know. It's like I say, I never actually could figure out how to customize the ship that was already in my hangar. I didn't have any place in my hangar to get to the customization. You have to go to the pledge store to do it. So, because it's tied to credit, right? To money. So yeah, I don't know if how it's going to work with the actual ships in your inventory. They're talking about, oh, eventually it'll be in game, where you can do it. And I'm like, right, but that's liable to be 2 years away. So I don't, I'm exaggerating, but yeah, that's sometime in the future that we don't even have on the roadmap, right? So yeah, I probably won't own that 325 by then. Maybe there'll be a way. I don't know. That may have just been for the PTU. Alrighty, man. Have a good day at work. Try not to work too hard. Yeah, the other thing, for some reason, and I'm not sure it's because it's an in-game ship, but for some reason this particular ship doesn't seem to be saving the loadout. My freelancer does, and so did the 325, I think. Let me check. I think this is the only ship I had that didn't save the loadout. I didn't customize that one. I did customize that one. Yeah, it stayed. Yeah, it stayed because I upgraded the force wall generators and these scorpions are custom. But maybe I didn't actually. Have I reclaimed that one? That maybe that's why. But I know I reclaimed the freelancer, and it kept its custom weapons. I did reclaim the freelancer, and it kept the mantises that I put on there. So I think they may be having trouble with specific ships not saving right yet. But it could be something else somewhere. Who knows? I'm kind of hoping I can get to ArcCorp and fix it and test it. I'm gonna upgrade it and then reclaim it. See if I lose the guns again. Maybe try that, then actually blow it up and reclaim it and see if see if there's a difference between just reclaim and actually explosion and reclaim. If it's destroyed, you may lose them, but I don't see that's. I mean, this is supposed to replace the insurance for all the extra components until they get that in game. So when they were talking about it, they were even talking about, eventually there will be a premium insurance and a regular insurance to cover your extra premium, obviously, to be to cover add-on gear. So it doesn't make any sense if okay, if it gets destroyed, we'll take them away, but I guess it would allow you to move your ship without losing the gear, but I guess I need to double check the spectrum every now and again, see if it hits live. I hate to say it, but it's kind of aggravating when we're so far behind. It's going to go live, but you know, when are we going to go live? Go to PTU for the next stage is the question. And it puts me in a point where I'm not going to want to do a whole lot, you know, as far as fixing up my ships or, you know, in-game stuff. Because hell, within the next week or two, they're going to have to put PT, if they're even going to be close to on time, they're going to have to start PTU for 3.6 pretty quick. And we're 20 something days away from when that's supposed to be released. Use the quantum drive so I can see how far I am. Yeah, they didn't give us any extra ships in the PTU. In fact, they actually didn't even give us the loaners this time. I don't know if it's just because it's an intermediate patch, or I think they're kind of wanting everybody to play with the 300 series, and so they didn't bother giving people other ships to play with. But they did give you plenty of credit, so you could always do like I did. I used the credits they gave you on the store to buy the 300 series, and I bought a Gladius with it just for fun. And then I bought in-game ships. You know, I bought a couple of in-game ships with the credits they give you in-game. So even though they don't actually give you extra ships this time, you can still get extra ships. So that's always fun. One of the reasons I play PTU is because I get these extra ships. Should be saying the no-fly pretty quick here.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
I tell you that, proceed to the assignment, but by the time you can see it, you're seeing the no-fly zone, so you have to get close enough, there it is, to find the little icon, and that can be difficult sometimes. Gotta be careful not to run into the red wall while you're looking for it, though. Yeah, it's always scary coming through here because you don't know where you're supposed to go sometimes. Hard to figure out where's... I'm just curious. I never can seem to get repairs here. Wow. Okay. I got repairs and stuff, but I did it before I landed. Still hoovering, so I'm gonna wait here and let them fuel me up at least, and then land. I always seem to have better luck fueling if I don't actually land on the pad. I think sometimes it shows it too low and doesn't want to fuel you. Kind of like when it spawns you in the middle of the pad.
Hydrogen fuel is at 1%. Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Okay, let me see if Spectrum has anything. Yep, 351 live patch notes. Just hit PTU. There you go, folks. Just hit live. Okay. Well, oh, whatever. I'm dying. The ship's killing me. There you go, everybody. 351 should be up for everyone. Let's exit out of this. Try the regular PTU launcher. Make sure that's good and gone. Let me double check. And I'll clean that out. Basically, if you happen to be watching, what I did was I deleted all but my one key mapping file out of the easy. I same thing as deleting the whole thing, but hopefully, sometimes it can take a minute or two from the time they. There it goes. All right, cool. I was expecting, because sometimes it can be 10-15 minutes from when they announce it on Spectrum to when you actually get it. Pour some coffee while that's updating. not a lot in this patch as far as other than the 300s, and they're talking. I don't get what I mean. They're talking about a test pledge to upgrade ships that are already in your hangar, and I'm like, well, okay, we're no longer in the PTU. What do you mean test pledge? And I have to buy another one to test it? Is that what you're calling a test pledge? I don't know. No, no, fill it out. PTU, it was actually booting up pretty fast. I mean, I'm on a hard drive, so it takes me longer, and I notice, when it's faster or slower, a little easier, I think. But it was actually faster in 351 than it was in 3.5 for me. But I did clean the cache and everything, so it may take a little longer the first load. Three five one live, yay! Okay, I gotta go through my options a little bit. First one is this audio. I like the music, but I have to turn it down there because the combat music is so loud that if I turn it up more than about half of my straight volume, I can't. I mean, it just too loud for me. I can't do it. Oh, I hit the wrong one. That one's the one I should have hit down there. So we'll go ahead and turn that back on. Go. Show hands, no. There's two others. Couple mode toggle, no. And the last one, subtitles, snap aim to pip, no. Alright. We should be good. With luck, I even have my, yeah, I'm not really all that fond of this setup character customization, but there we go. That looks sort of like me. I don't do a big fancy, a whole lot of customization. There we go. I try to keep it pretty simple on that just 'cause. Good. Especially if you're doing the PTU and the PU. You got to reset your character so often. I try to keep it pretty basic so I can redo it easily. And we're in. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't have any gear or anything anymore, obviously. I guess, I should throw my stats up there. I'm curious. Let's see. What the hell? So we don't have any loners? People are not going to be happy about that. Yep, no loners. And Honey Mouse is, yeah, that's going to pee people off. Not having it in, PTU is one thing. Not having your loners in PU is another thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pisser. No loaners or subships. What the hell? Oh my god. I got nothing. I got my flight ready ships only. Uh, no loaners or the subship. So yeah, that's kind of. Maybe if I log back in and out, maybe it's just not loading yet. Let's try that. They did wipe it. So go out to the menu and try again. Something's definitely up. Either it's bugged or it's not loading all the way. No, definitely not. Well, I'm not sure if I even need to mess with it. I mean, if I start playing and upgrading my ships, are they gonna reset to get the sub ships and loaners back in? I do that. Oh, bellows dash sig. Okay, cool. They will be added shortly, soon, he says. And then I asked him, will it be another wipe? Because I'm like, okay, but does that mean I need to wait or what? And this is part of the last wipe. Okay. That's cool. That makes me feel better. I just didn't want to start, like upgrading my ships and whatnot just for a.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Well, I didn't file a claim. It doesn't say B08, so I guess it's on 08. I didn't. I must have spawned it while I was typing. I I don't. There it is. That's actually pretty cool. They've got a Sig fellow in game here, and he just alleviated my concerns about not having the extra ships. That's nice. I mean, good PR and all, I'm sure too. But it's nice that they're here. They're obviously doing their part to straighten things out. So that is just very cool.
Warning. An active flight bay. Please vacate the vicinity.
How am I blocking an active flight bay? I guess I am.
Initiating ship storage procedure.
No, no.
For your safety, please vacate the
No,
area.
no, no,
Thank you
no.
for your cooperation.
Don't do it. Yeah, I have some parts I like to swipe from my extra ships, but that's not an issue. Oh, well, yeah, I guess there's no real reason for me going here. I don't think I can afford these upgraded weapons yet. Used to the PTU. Damn it, now I gotta actually earn the upgrades. Well, yeah, wait a minute. So I don't need to go here. I guess I should check the
Discord. I keep getting invited to my one of my yeah, they're all in there, but I hate to get in there. It's like just tons of talking over when I'm streaming. I don't like to have just six people that aren't even in the stream or whatever in the background. Uh, I guess I'll go here, do some missions till my other ships come out. I need to earn some credits. Oodles of it. all with the new weapon save. I've got lots of lots of upgrades. The only other question I would love for Sig to love to hear him answer would be, well, how long before they're gonna wipe for 3.6? But I'm betting they can't answer that one. Even if they know, they probably couldn't tell me. But yeah, I saw quite a few Sig players on PTU as well, so they've been really active trying to get this stuff straightened out, I guess. That last patch wasn't bad at all, performance wise. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's definitely some issues, but refresh this. I'm actually glad to get back in the PE. The PTU is great, but I just wish I knew how long I have before the next update. I would be very amazed if they have 3.6 pop in on time. And with only, what, 25 days left? And I'd have to think that at least some of the developers are going to have to stay on 3.5.1 bug fixing, straightening it up. So yeah, they're going to be pushing it to put out 3.6 when it's supposed to. If they do, I'd be surprised. I don't know. It's kind of pushing on my GPU a little harder than it seemed like it did last time. But each patch it varies. a little bit. Sometimes the GPU is hit a little harder. Sometimes the CPU is. Actually, that's a pretty good looking balance for me. But it is hitting on the GPU pretty hard. I mean, you figure I'm using, well, right now I'm showing 8% just on my, oh, and why am I not in my right scene? Yeah, I'm showing 8% just for streaming. And so you add that 8%, 10% to the CPU, and it's still heavy on the GPU. Yeah, that's odd. Maybe it's because of the quantum. We'll see. It's not pegging it, so I mean that's not dangerous high. It's pushing it to the max, but well, that is very nice to know that they just haven't added them into the patch yet. So we will get our loaners and subships. Actually, I'd be surprised if the subships aren't first. I mean, you know. Since people kind of, you know, that's like an extra they pay for that. Well, they're definitely attacking like they're supposed to. They're definitely acting better. They're not just sitting around like they were. But I'm not getting any targeting. Huh. Oh, there it is. For some reason. Wait a minute. Okay, for some reason I didn't get, maybe it wiped it. I'm gonna have to double check. I didn't get my settings, that's what it is. So I guess I need to double check that. If I can ever get to Hurston. Get landed somewhere, I'll recopy that file. Because yeah, I have to have my settings or I won't be able to do much. Trying to remember what, oh, is it C? There we go. Might as well test out the bed relog, huh? I didn't shut it off. I think you can do it from back here. Oh man, my. Okay, what's crouch? There it is. I think he can power it off from in the seat. In the bed, I mean. Usually it gives you a power off there, but maybe they removed that. I'm gonna shut the launcher and try that file again. I'll steal it from here. So, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Don't need them anymore. And this is the live. So there you go. See if I have my settings this time. And see if the bed works. Bed log. Log out, whatever they call it. Got too many names, I can't even read them all. Grab some coffee while that's loading. Alrighty, come on, load up. It's still hitting, so it's not it's not hung or anything. Just taking a minute. Say that as it hangs up. Hope it's not that file. I have to redo everything. Okay, maybe I am in an infinite loop. Darn it. That sucks. Yes. Sometimes I can bring that up. Nah, it's an infinite load. Try it one more time. If that doesn't work, I guess I'll have to delete the last file, which is, I'm only carrying over one file, and that's just my keyboard commands. My custom keyboards. So, unless they made some changes to it, which aren't mentioned in the patch notes, it shouldn't hurt anything, right? I don't know. I have trouble. I decline that. I don't want to go to the last instant. It didn't work. I want it to start new. Start fresh. Darn it. Yeah, we made it back in. Let's see what we got. I hear people crashing already. Let's see. Well, I did. Apparently, the bed log did not work. Obviously. Stored, but I gotta claim it. That makes a lot of sense. And I don't want to expedite because I don't have any credits, and I don't have my Connie, which is loaner, that I would normally use at this point. So yeah, that's kind of goofed, screwed. I guess I could take the 325, but until I get some upgraded weapons, I don't really want to have to do combat missions in a 325. I'm not that good with it. I can manage in the Freelancer because it's got good shields. Patience is a virtue. Have to be patient. It's kind of irksome. I'm having to wait 15 minutes because I don't have a loanership. And since it's a clean wipe, I don't want to spend 10% of my current worth just to expedite. So I'm going to be patient and wait on it. Still have 10 minutes. Damn. I think at this point I might as well just go in the other one.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
I might get rammed or whatever, so who knows. Don't let it annoy you if you do. I mean, grievers, kids will be kids. Or try not to let it annoy you. I have to admit that every now and again it bugs me. You know, you're playing a long time and just trying to do that last little thing, and you've already DC'd and this and that a couple of times. It's hard not to let it annoy you. As far as I know, well, I don't know. I ought to test that light, that glass up there. There may. What am I doing anyway with 10K? I really need to just get some gear, huh? Hell, I don't know. I might be able to do a couple of missions with this. I mean, I do missions with it. I was doing missions with the 300 just fine, but that's with upgraded ballistic guns. Of course, this is one of the new ones. I haven't been to the website to update it yet, so it's just the default ship, I guess. And default weapons and ship, and I'm not fond of the weapons, but the two that I like aren't gimbaled, and I use assisted, so it makes it hard. But they are pretty ships. I'm not at all surprised that they decided to go with this ship as the first one with the customization and stuff, especially since obviously they're going to monetize the customization. Yeah, some of the best customizations they got are the. I mean, they've got some weapons packages, but I wouldn't mess with those. Half of the components are brand new, so we don't even know the specs on them. And then, but they have some just what do you call it, flair kind of stuff, like a coffee pot, and food processor, and then over here you get a clock and a picture frame. I mean, those are actually funner. They do have some neat stuff, like you can upgrade the seat and the steering wheel. I don't know what all's actually in the PTU. I did notice on the notes they were listing. There were listings. Oh, well, that's great. That's back. You lose your pip when you get out of the seat, or maybe. Yeah, I got no marker for where I'm supposed to be quantuming to. Which means when I overheat, I won't be able to see it. I thought they had that fixed. I guess I should check out the website talking about some test crap for quote test purchase is what the notes say. It sounds a little suspect. I mean, I don't want to spend real money upgrading this ship. It's not even not really a keeper for me. So, I mean, I would think since it's a new feature that they would allow you to, grandfather clause, so to speak, and upgrade your the ship that you have. And that may be the case. I mean, I'm not. I have no idea. Okay, I do have a customize button in my hangar. Now let's check that out. That didn't seem to do anything. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Okay. So yeah, I can customize it with any of the standard, I guess, for free. It does look like they removed a few choices from the PTU, And I would guess that means that some of the choices are only for fresh purchases right now for the event, which is fine. I get that. I still don't like the way you have to actually add a component before you can see how much it costs. I mean, because I did this once. I added one. I mean, I wanted to see what it looked like, right? So I'm clicking on all of them. Okay, but there's no confirmation. So I went on to the end and realized that the price had gone way up, and that's because I had looked at all the components and everything. Well, it selects whatever the last one you looking at. That's the one that goes in your basket. And that was kind of like, it wasn't real clear that you were actually selecting that as opposed to just looking at it. And, having to select it is the only way you can see what it costs. So, of course, people are going to select it, right? And then what they don't realize is you have to return and yeah, it looks like, as far as I can tell, let's see, sport. Interior finish, maybe change that. Oh, yeah, there it is. They call it gloss red. It sure looks orange to me. Let's I'm just curious if it's gonna cost me. Let's see. Confirm. Yeah. So you can do it. You can add it. Add the customizations. How do you remove the shit? Empty cart. There we go. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Now I can't, I have no idea where I'm supposed to aim to find that frickin' fucking planet. Does it show that one? Okay, cool. Now reset, clear that one, and reset it to this one, maybe. Yeah, that seems to be the ticking. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty neat. If you want to spend $10 or so, you can add the updates on the website. Supposedly that'll be in game. Eventually for in-game money. No telling when that'll happen, obviously. But yes, you can definitely upgrade the ships you already have. Along with a couple of packages, you'll have to look over those. I'm not really interested in the and the component packages they have, because half of the components we don't even have specs on yet, so we don't know if they're upgrade or not. I did see a Twitter post about, about some of the component upgrades. The cost of the components were cheaper than the base model. If you added up the cost of the components, you actually could buy them in game for cheaper than you could replace the base components. So they were talking about it didn't seem right. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. We have no idea what those components are. Of course, price in game doesn't mean anything. None of that's balanced at all. They just literally are picking numbers out of the air to throw them in game. But that's why I wouldn't mess with the component packages personally. I mean, like I say, I'm not really interested in upgrading this one that much. Not for real cash, certainly, but because I'm gonna probably upgrade it to a different ship anyway. But yeah, we don't really even know what those packages are. You know, we don't know some of the components aren't even in the database yet, so we don't know if they're better or worse than what the base model is. And then in addition, we don't know where any of the components that are even in game right now, where they're going to balance out to in 2 years, 3 years. That to me is kind of iffy. Unless, there might be some. I saw one in there with where you could put gimbals on one of them, and that was the only part of the upgrade, was just to add the gimbals. And I'm like, well, that would be neat. I mean, you know, I use gimbals, so you know, I tend to have to go to R-Corp and buy all the gimbals, extra gimbals, and that might be neat, be worth it. But yeah, as far as like guns and actual components, I'm not sure I'd want to lock myself into a specific set of guns right now, or components, like I say, even if they're the best ones in the game right now, right? Because a year from now, they may not be the best ones, but that's just me. I mean, I'm even concerned about locking myself into specific ships because we don't know where exactly these things will balance out. I'm just gonna see if I can get through a couple of missions. This thing shouldn't cost much to upgrade. Limited threat, that's a good one. I used to see a lot more of these. I haven't even checked. I don't have, oh man. I don't even have assisted here. Oh, this is gonna be tough. I should have brought this freelancer. I may have to go spawn it. I'm not real good with fixed weapons. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not good at all with fixed weapons. So let's go here. Freelancer doesn't have my preferred weapons either. It's got a slow firing setup, but I can at least, with the assisted, I can do pretty good with that. These little ones are hard to hit with it, but
Please proceed to assigned landing bay. Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay. Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Yeah, my mic was off, but I noticed uh, something to me. For me, it's pretty big, and that's wait till you get in here. It looks like they fixed the turret icons, so they're not like so huge you can't see where to land. I didn't see anything. That probably just a little bit of an adjustment somewhere, but yeah, that to me is a biggie. I hated that. You know, those huge turret icons made it to where it was pretty hard to even find your landing spot sometimes. Let's see how they look like and what they look like here. Maybe not. Well, see how those are smaller than those? See how they're a lot smaller? Even the ones on the other side. I mean, that's what's... Wonder why those are bigger. Maybe it's a glitch. I don't know. I like the small ones, and they're still awful busy, but that's better than. Here I'm gonna pull one of my secret little. We're gonna start the quantum and then stop, so we don't have to go all the way to Hurston. The only reason they do it, I don't know. Now we'll go ahead and head that way some. And then we'll drop by tapping B. And it'll go to the second waypoint. That way we don't actually have to go past it and then quantum back to it. You gotta be careful doing that. It won't always work, but usually it does. As long as there's nothing in between you and the final waypoint. This may look pretty bad here. This is not going to be pretty. What? What is the deal? Oh, I guess I have a cooldown. They must have increased the cooldown. Because I shouldn't have had that much of a cooldown. You have a cooldown, but like here, once you jump out of it, if you do a long jump, stop. I thought that was oh, that was fun. I just went the wrong way. I shouldn't have a route, so why is it, go back here. Okay, make sure it's an outer marker I'm going to first. There we go. Like I say, this may not be real pretty. With these guns and this particular mission, I'd rather do the bigger missions with this ship, because this is going to be a Buccaneer. If I'm lucky, it'll be a Cutlass, but either one are tough with this big ship. And these guns. Well, not tough. Not tough. Just hard to hit them. Takes me a minute to kill them because they are hard. They move. They're fast, and this thing's not. And catlocks. Hopefully they've fixed the dancing pips enough to where this won't be too bad. That's what makes these weapons hard, because they're slower than what I like. The mantises is what I like. These are tarantulas, and they do a good bit of damage. We'll see. Come here, buddy. Can't see where my, that's about where I want it. Rocks. In this thing, I've got more chance of dying from hitting one of those than I do from this ship's. Yeah, Buccaneer. Hate those things, they're hard to hit. Those little hawks. I'll run from those things. Mosquitoes. I don't think they can kill me, but yeah, they probably could. Right weapons. But yeah, I don't even try to, I won't even try to fight one of those hawks. That's crazy. Not in this thing. Yeah, I'm not be able to kill this thing. They didn't get the pips any better. I may have to wait on my better guns. Go do some delivery missions. And or wait on my sub ships or loaner so I can get the guns. Yeah, I'm not, this is ridiculous. 315. If I had the right weapons on it, I could do that. Oh wait, I know how to do this. Come on, there we go. Gimbal assist, I should have hit him. Right there. There's two, I should have hit him. That should, there we go. I was gonna say, that should be a hit. Ah, a little bit of money, let's see if we get any better missions. Give me a medium. Another limited. I need a medium. Man, these are hard. Yeah, I managed that one. No, pull it out. Yeah, I have a time with those little bitty ships in this thing. Just doesn't spin around fast enough. I don't know how many, I only have 2 missiles left. I don't know how many I used. No idea. No waypoint yet. There it is. I didn't even look if it's another 5K. They reduced the missions down, took away my good paying ones. Shoot, I could do the 7 or 8Ks, which I don't even have. And this one was 6K, so they nerfed that a little bit. But yeah, I don't even have any of the. But moving my. Yeah, and this is the last one I even have. Don't even have another one. I was keeping those pretty regular. I wonder if they moved them. Spread them out or something. I can't read any of that. Six something. Yeah, I would love to do the medium and higher level of these because they're bigger ships. The 8K used to be 8K. Always had either Connies or Valkyries, and the 7K, which was the middle level one, mid-level threat, had the Buccaneer or Cutlasses or Connies. These are almost always the Buccaneers, which is the hardest to hit. And by that I mean specifically with this ship. My preferred ship for that would probably be a Cutlass. Put 4 Scorpions on a Cutlass, and you can take these Buccaneers down in just over one good pass. I mean, you know, when you first come and you're making that first fast strafe, you can almost take them completely out. Do one turn around and hit them a couple of times, they're gone. I actually didn't figure that out till PTU just a few days ago. I don't actually own a Cutlass yet. That's what that 325 will probably go up to. This ship with the Mantises will do a lot better even on these smaller ships, but it's still kind of slow for these Buccaneers. Just doesn't spin fast enough for them. And the 315 with, or the 325 with a, well, the 300, I haven't actually tried the 325, but the 300 was upgraded with Scorpions, and for me with the Scorpions and the gimbals, so I can use assisted. I was doing real good on these smaller ones. Which is the cheaper of my upgrades, so that's the one I'm going to go for first. I'm thinking it costs 20, maybe about 30K to upgrade the 325. Just the weapons, at least. Worry about the shields and everything later. Let's see what we have. How come I don't see what it is? Yeah, it's not even telling me what ship I'm fighting. I can almost say it's a Buccaneer just by the way it's jumping around. The pip. Yeah, that's a Buccaneer. Nothing else jumps that badly. Yeah, I can't hit that shit. Not seeming to get any of the... Yeah, they move faster than I get any gimbal lock. I should have had one there. There we go. Somebody else is spamming missiles. Well, that was a 6K. Okay, so maybe I'm getting better. Getting better paid missions here. Only got 2 new ones. Yeah, there we go. Moderate threat and limited. Those are the ones I want. Now there's 6. I must have just read it wrong. So we got the same pay, and these moderate ones are the ones I like. Moderate or better. Now we're getting to the fun stuff. I can manage the moderate or better with these guns decently. See, did I get my, yeah. Get my location. I got an arrow. Is that? Yeah, need to go to the OM first. Hopefully we'll have something bigger than a Buccaneer on this one. Yeah, I wonder if they have anything on the spectrum about the loners and subs. There was a SIG player in game here that said that they'll be out soon, and I'm guessing he means hopefully today. But uh, patch notes don't mention it. I know that. Let's go to the general tab. Announcements. Where are the other ships? See if they. Uh oh. Almost forgot to slow down. I still can't read what it is. That's kind of a bad deal. I'm only getting half the ship. Jumpy pips. I didn't refuel. Yeah, I got no missiles. Let's hope it's Cutlass at least. Pips do seem to get a little better as you get closer. Not getting much in the way of gimbal assist though. I think they nerfed the gimbal assist a little bit, which is alright. This is just, with this ship, it's hard for me to hit these smaller ones, so be much better off. Am I in? Oh man, every time I type in chat or something, I end up messing up changing my scenes in OBS. Alright. How are we looking? 28? Boy, that's gonna be close. I don't know if I can get the ships for that little ship. The guns. Let's do one more. I make one more, I should be able to upgrade the 315 to decent enough. Ooh, we got an 8K now. Let's try it. Those I like. Even with these big guns, I can handle that. If I could do those, nothing but those, that's kind of neat. The more you do, I guess the more missions you get. Not sure. I hope they save that through restart. Outsourcing. What missions do I have elsewhere? I haven't even really looked. I wanted to. Outsourcing is Constantine hosting. Yeah, I don't see any different missions or anything of that nature. Time for a visit. Is that? I'm wondering if I get Pachico. That's what I'm looking for. There it is. Time for a visit. All right. I got my pop up for that. I'm just wanting to know the name. I'm not going to do that right now. But on several of the occasions I've done the Pacheco mission, you're required to kill some NPCs, which means I need armor and weapons I haven't bought yet. This is a minimal start wipe, so I'm having to work my way up. And that's without my loner ships. I could wait, of course. I'm sure they'll be in any minute. I would be very surprised if they don't get those sub and loner ships back in quick. Very quickly. Is this a full server? Oh, looks pretty full. Seems smooth. Other than the pip jump, which I don't know. I don't know what that is. It hasn't been fixed, let's put it that way. This will be a Connie or a Valkyrie, and those don't seem to jump around near as badly. Or didn't in the PTU. Yeah, I'm still not getting the That I should be. Yeah, I have no idea what that ship is. In other words, that display in the upper right is supposed to give me a name of the ship, you know, type, ship type, and all this. A lot of wobble there for a bigger ship. And it's giving me a, yeah, it shouldn't turn green. It's turning green at double the distance. Another cutlass. Get out of this asteroid field. Oh my god. 36. I'm pretty certain that's plenty to buy the weapons for that little one. So, let's head to ArcCorp and something they changed. Whatever speed you're going into quantum at, you come out at. So I guess I need to slow down before quantum. That's really imperative. Now I don't know. Maybe they fixed it for this one, but I noted, like, if you're going to Port Olisar, you definitely don't want to quantum at full speed there. There's no way you'll stop. You know, you're let out of quantum close enough to Port O that there's no way you can stop. You'll end up going right by it, even if you turn and burn. And or crash into it. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. That might have been fixed. I know that I was popping out of quantum like sideways and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, there are some complaints in chat. I can understand it. I mean, at this point, I don't I could legitimately see him needing to push 3.6 another quarter. And literally, they might just shift the whole roadmap a quarter over, because this is. I mean, well, I guess they still have 25 days or whatever. To get ready for 3.6. But it sure seems like they're being overly optimistic on the roadmap, considering the progress. Yeah, the quantum travel seems to be pushing my GPU a good bit. I don't think it did that in the last patch. I'd have to go back and look at videos to tell, but I guess I'm still on cooldown. Come on. There we go. There's a cooldown on the quantum travel, but you don't have an actual indicator or anything. Yeah, somebody told me that middle mouse button would stop that scroll on the okay, there it goes. So you got a F click in middle mouse button to stop the scroll wheel from moving your thing. That works. Also, not. I mean, I use my quantum for distance, but now I have no idea. Yeah, there we go. I wasn't moving because I didn't have the cruise set, but again, you don't have a lot. You should have information available, even in quantum mode. I think, like speed. You need speed and distance to make a landing or whatever at an airport. I mean, those are your two: speed landing and altitude, speed, location, and altitude are your three primary concerns, and this one only shows you 2 out of the 3 at best.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
And there's the Rego Battaglia mission all the way on the far side of the galaxy. Oxygen low. I guess I still don't have any O2 in the cockpit of the Freelancer. Alright. Sure felt like I was right at the edge of that doorway and I still didn't get close enough. Glad I didn't die from lack of oxygen, because I'm not sure you can even see that big flashy icon in the cockpit. I have died just seemingly for no reason, you know. And I'll bet that's what it is.
Thank you for visiting our port, Stanton's capital of commerce. Whatever your transaction, we wish you a beneficial process.
I want to make sure that I have Adira Falls Apartments. That's kind of fun. Let's claim that one, because I want to upgrade it here in a minute.
For latest travel information, be sure to check the departure and arrival boards at the spaceport.
Oh, it's here. Get on board.
Stand clear. Doors are now closing.
We're sorry. You exceeded the allotted time to depart. We will have to return your ship to storage. Initiating ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area. Thank you for your cooperation.
That's pretty good FPS for this area.
Initiating ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area. Thank you for your cooperation.
I can get it by jumping around. Hot dog stand, that's making me hungry.
Now arriving.
I have to break for lunch.
Strong winds gonna rise, sir.
Yeah. Get one ship upgraded, that'll do me. Then if they get the loaners, I can upgrade my. I have weapons I steal to upgrade the freelancers. I'll still have to come back and get shield upgrades and the other stuff for the thing, but with the weapons I'll be able to do the missions decent. Good enough, decent. Never step in the void, there we go. Center mass, I need to change that on my lists. I think I was calling this Armada, R-Corp Armada, and it's not, it's center mass. R-Corp Armada would be the, where they sell the Hawk. Whatever, that one ship, I don't know if it's a Hawk, I'd have to look. Okay, I think I need 2 3s and a 4. Let me double check. Don't want to buy anything extra. Normally I don't care. Normally I'll buy extra parts, but hopefully I won't have to do that. You know, replace them anymore. Okay, yeah, none of them. So I need 2 3s and a 4. Perfect. One of these. And 2 of these. And then all I should need is 2 of these scorpions to finish that out. Barely. Ha. Down to 3K in my thing. So no, that's not what I need. What I need is a mantis. I bet I don't have enough for a mantis. Huh. Guess I'll put a tarantula on there right now. And I'll put one of these. One of these. One of these. And one of these in there. Alright. Now I need enough money to buy a mantis and I'll come back. See how much it runs. Yeah, the prices have definitely changed some. 16K for a mantis, I'm gonna need that pretty quick. I'll be able to do alright, but on little ones with it.
Premier Centre for Business Development. Please consult any of our associates for help or rental.
Waiting passengers should be mindful of the platform's edge. Strong winds will arise south. City Flight Master will be courteous to your fellow passengers. Keep conversations and mobileglass reasonable. And share space with other travelers. Remember, we're taking this journey together. City Flight is proud to be the official transportation service provider of the Arcot Metropolitan Network. Tram now approaching. City Flight asks that you be courteous to your fellow passengers. Keep conversations and mobileglass to a reasonable level. And share space. Remember, we're taking this Stand clear. Doors are now closing.
Yep, got it. Clean wipe for the live. Sure did. They also haven't got the loaners or subships in yet.
Now arriving.
There was a SIG fellow right here at the in game that said that, they knew that and that would be coming in real quick. He didn't give a time frame, but I I would think today. I mean, right? People aren't going to be happy. People with mostly all concept ships are screwed. They don't have any ships. Yeah, armor guns. Right now, I'm actually looking more at the ship guns. But yeah, I say I don't have any of my. I wanted to. Let's see. I need to reclaim that, don't I? I only have one weapon on it. I stole one. I'm missing a gun. Yeah, I stole one of them to put on the other ship. So I'm gonna retrieve and claim it. I haven't gotten any of those yet. I start out with only 10K, and for me, the first thing I want to do is upgrade this 315 so I can do some missions easier. Yeah, I'll have to get FPS gear here before long. I goofed. I didn't have enough to get the third weapon for this ship. I should have continued working with my freelancer. Normally I have more ships, loaner ships, than I do regular ships. So I really should have looked to see what was it, Hangar 6? I'm terrible at that. I always forget. I think they said Hangar 6. So yeah, a lot of people are gonna have very few ships if they have all concept stuff right now. I think this is the right hangar. I may be screwy. I may have to start over. Yeah, I almost died in my freelancer. I guess I haven't fixed the cockpit with no oxygen. And I didn't even have any med pin, O2 pins or anything yet, so. Yeah, I managed to guess the right hangar. I see. Well, those are right. I can do little missions with these guns. Yeah, my usual, money maker is the right now is the combat missions or the bounty missions. I like them because you don't have to go on and off planet. You can get through quite a few real quick, or I can. That's just what I like to do. But I've come to the realization I guess this is an upward hangar. Oh, there we go. I've come to the realization that the extra weapons, the add-on weapons, are really worth it. I mean, I can do it with default weapons, but man, you get some good weapons that you like, you know, that fit your style or whatever, and it's so much easier. See, I shouldn't have missions, huh? Oh no, I bet I don't. Yeah, I gotta jump over to Hurston first. Oops.
Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive deactivated.
Yeah, I missed, let's see, by like 2 missions of being able to get all the right guns on this ship. So I'm gonna end up having to come right back here in a little while. Wow, I didn't even know this thing had missiles. Cool. Yeah, the pips are worse than they were, it seems to me. supposedly they fixed the beds respawn, or to some extent, but it didn't work last one. I tried it in my freelancer, and then maybe the ones in the 300 series. So this one might work. That's the ones they're promoting right this moment. So it's feasible that this particular ship will work better than the others. It's what all the devs are actually looking at right now. So it's reasonable to think that they might have figured out what the thing is, what the problem with this one is. Yeah, I'm running on 3 hours. No crashes. No nothing. So we'll see how good I do with only 2 upgraded weapons. The third one I did gimbal because that's the biggiest. I like the assisted, so I got it gimbaled and I just put a tarantula off of my freelancer on it. Before I ran out of money. I need 60, so 15K. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not getting anything until I actually come to a stop, I guess. Looks better. Let's save that view. There we go. Hey, chat didn't pop up. Yeah. Or is there just no chat? I have global, so.
Engines. Power low. Quantum drive. Deactivated.
Now I should be able to get a mission. I would say I'd do the 8K, but I'm not sure how good this thing would do against a constellation. It'd take forever. I believe I could kill it, but it'd take forever. This is a good ship for the 6 and 7K bounties. If you have good weapons that you like on it. 57. I'm gonna have to check distances. That was from Arcork to Hurston. So this thing won't even go all the way from I think they must have adjusted the fuel consumptions and stuff is what I'm thinking here. I don't even think this would make it from PO to Arcork. And the 300 did in 3.4, so 3.5, whatever. Maybe it would. I don't know how far it is from here to there, as opposed to from here to there. Yeah, it'd make it. It'd make it barely. Probably wouldn't make it all the way to there. Yeah, it probably wouldn't make it all the way to Microtech. Alright, well, the waypoint finally came up.
Quantum drive activated.
Make sure that's an outer marker.
Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive deactivated.
See how I do with this thing.
75%.
I should do okay. I haven't. I say I upgrade all the components in PTU, so I'm sure it's a little tougher, with better shields. And of course, any gun I want, as opposed to right now, I only have 2 of what I like on there out of the 3. But actually, heck, if I wanted to play this, heh, I could take one mission with missiles. I'm getting a slight little audible chirp when somebody types in local. That's wild. I don't remember that. Hear it? That way you may not be able to hear it, but I'm getting a little chirp. there's just a little bitty. I can barely hear it in game, but when somebody's typing in local chat, there's a little bit of a chirp. If I'm not doing it like right now, if it's quiet in the ship, I can hear it, and it's everyone. That's pretty neat. I like that. Uh oh, I think I forgot to slow down again. All kind of contacts. There's the one I want. I do notice one thing I'm not real fond of is the marker right there. It turns green at 4,000 something meters. I've only got 2,000. That should turn. It used to turn green at 2 plus, like at range of your. Uh, yeah, that's not bad. I'll be happy when I get that one gun changed out. I'm just gonna go out here in the black. And see, curious, because it seemed like, yeah. Now I'm getting quite a few choices here. A lot more than I was. And I always get at least one 8K, which is what I normally go after when I get with the freelancer when I get it upgraded. Well, let's try a small one. That's yeah. I want to make sure it's the Hurston Dynamics ones. Limited threat. Let's do that one. Just curious. Let's turn that off. Oh. Also has a chirp when you turn it off. So that's cool. Doesn't make those noises when you turn it off. Yeah, I noticed another. I think I'll have to double check, but it looks like they may have adjusted the turret icons, if you know what I mean. The big green icon that shows on all the turrets at the R&Rs and probably a PO. It seems like they may have made those smaller. Either that or it's just glitchy. I'm hoping that's the case, that they made them smaller. Hurry up. Hurry up. Got time for one. There it is. Got time for one more mission if it hurries. Try again.
Quantum drive activated.
Sure wish they'd get rid of all of those NPC missions. Beacon missions or whatever. There's one after another that gets old.
Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive.
Ah, shit. That's BS. I thought my thing was off. So now I'm going the wrong way. It drops you out of quantum now at full throttle at whatever speed you're doing when you come into. And I even tapped my cruise thinking I was turning it on or off, and apparently I turned it on. They need to let you at least see your speed if they're going to maintain the speed through that quantum deal. It'll allow you to adjust it accordingly. This is a good one. I like them when they're on the shady side. I can see the pips a lot better. Dancing or not, it's hard to hit them if you can't even see them. Now let's try the missiles out. No idea what size missiles this thing has. Size 3. I can't tell what's actually loaded. I don't necessarily like that. You ought to be able to see what's loaded, even if it's locked. Maybe you can see that here. Yeah, Dominator, size 2, and Arrestor, size 3s. So how do I know which ones I'm shooting when? I have to figure that one out, because I'm wondering, there may be some way, you have different sets of missiles. Surely you could fire them independently of each other. What's the point in having two different kinds? Hopefully if I relog, I'll be able to get the ship information. . There it goes. Didn't want to. Yeah, I'm not getting it to do the missile lock very good here. Back there. Setting didn't. Must have hit a button wrong there. Trying to ram me there, buddy. Yeah, I didn't have much luck with the missiles. They just didn't seem to want to work. Get out away from everything. Try the bed log out, because I've had better luck with logging out away from anything. Yeah, I can say it's definitely looking like a stable release. That's nice. And of course, I'm sure everybody is gonna love all the custom ships. I'm not, me personally, I'm not going to spend anything on this customization wise. Not that I wouldn't mind to, I'm just not going to. I appreciate everybody hanging out. I have some things to do this afternoon, so I'm gonna make it a short stream, and I probably a couple hours or so I might be back on playing. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream off and go have lunch, get a couple of things done, make my wife happy, make the old lady happy. I appreciate everybody coming to hang out. Talk to y'all soon.